Fear that would have consumed me and driven me over the edge 3 years ago, this time around really just helped me focus on what I needed to do even more. And I'm really grateful for that. Because if I had gotten the news that I did last week, 3 years ago, I would have leapt right off that deep end and drank for probably a week or a month straight, depending on how I handled the situation. So I found out that someone near me in my family has cancer and needs chemotherapy. And it threw me. I was off my schedule. I wasn't staying disciplined. I wasn't staying on top of things, but I needed to go through and I needed to feel all of that and really deal with it, because years ago I didn't deal with any of my feelings. I pushed everything down. I suppressed it. I wouldn't let myself cry. I wouldn't let myself feel anything. And I felt like if I was ignoring things, they weren't happening. And if they weren't happening, then I didn't have to deal with them. And obviously that mindset never worked out for me because, well, it got me to needing to quit drinking altogether because I didn't have it in control, and it ended up being a crutch that I lived my entire life leaning on. So as much as it was frustrating trying to get back on track and trying to make sure that I stay on top of all the things that I need to and exercise every day and eat healthy and all of those other things that are good for me and make me feel better, it was also a good learning experience that I've come a really long way, and I tend to forget that, and I'm still really hard on myself. So last week and dealing with everything, I let myself feel it. I cried every once in a while. I completely melted down, but I feel a lot better now. And it's weird because me 3 years ago would have never assumed that. I would have thought that actually letting myself feel something would mean that I was weak. And so I just ignored everything that happened around me. And that wasn't healthy. And I really hope that I never end up like that again, because it was awful and I was miserable all the time. Whereas now I'm able to talk about things when they upset me. I'm able to deal with it. I was able to call some friends and talk to my boyfriend and actually express how I was feeling and how I was dealing with everything. So I'm really grateful for that. And as scary as hearing news like that is, it's really relieving to know that I can actually be useful in being there for the person who needs me, instead of getting so wrapped up in going off the deep end and getting wasted that I'm just useless and I can't help anybody else. It really kind of makes sense that you have to take care of yourself first, and you have to make sure that emotionally you're okay before you can possibly think of helping other people. So I'm happy to say that I'm in a way better emotional place, and as emotional and scary and ridiculous as life gets sometimes, it's nice to know that you have a framework and a blueprint of things that keep you happy and keep you feeling sane, because there's always going to be something and there's always going to be a bump in the road that comes up. But having the right support system with friends and family and just taking care of yourself, and you can get through anything. So if I can help in any way and I can show anybody that change is possible and it's sometimes necessary, then I've done my job and I'm happy. So my program is launching and I'm really excited. I'm excited to help implement the things that have really changed my life into an actionable plan for other people, and help anyone else that's going through the same things that I was, and the self-doubt and the self-hatred and just depression and feeling completely worthless all the time. and be able to help people and help people that are going through the same thing, because there's so much life and so much beauty to life on the other side of it. And I really want to help people see that and just feel that every day. So have a good night. I will be sharing some of the meal prep that I've been doing for this week so that I have some healthy meals in the fridge for when I get hungry during the week, because otherwise I'll just eat ice cream and chocolate all day long. And that's not definitely a good idea. So I'll talk to you in a little bit.